I tried to give a PTP earlier in the year. I asked Rafi if I could speak, and he goes, "Yeah, we have an opening like after Pesach." I asked him this like 4 months ago, and I mean it's a little annoyed I have to wait like 4 months to give one, but you know it's great that people are really eager to be sharing Torah. This week's Parsha is Parshat Bamidbar, and it starts off with Hashem telling Moshe to count all Bnei Israel. The ones who were counted were men between the age of 20 and 60 years old. The total number came out to 603,550. So the big question is why are we counting the Jewish people now? Why is it so important that we're counting them? Like, I mean, isn't every word supposed to be so like sacred in the Torah? So why do we count them? So I looked up Rashi, and Rashi says, "Mitoch chibatan lefanav moneotam kol sha'ah." Because Israel's dearness to him, he counts them at all times. So Hashem wants to know how many people are in Israel. Okay, sure. Kshe'yetzu mitzrayim minan, kshenaflu be'egel minan. So when we came out of Egypt, he counted us. And when we fell at the hands of the golden eagle, he counted us. And now when he's resting the Shekhinah upon us, he wants to count us again. That's the beginning of Nisan. Great. So another reason these specific people were counted like from 20 to 6 years old is so that we know how many people were able to serve and protect in the army. It says in Pasuk Mem Hey Aleph, Vayu kol b'nei Bnei Yisrael beit avosam miben esrim shana umala kol yotzei tzava b'Yisrael. These are the people who will go out to the army in Israel. Great. So that's when we know we're all counted. But when I was going over the Parsha for the first time, what really like caught my eye was the Parsha like says specifically, don't count Shevet Levi. Don't count Shevet Levi. Don't count Shevet Levi. And then Hashem goes and says, okay, count Shevet Levi. So to quote Effie Mincer, God, what are you doing? Why are you contradicting yourself? Special thing. So let's go over the structure. The Pesukim say, don't count Bnei Israel. Don't count the Shevet Levi. They will serve in the Mishkan. It goes on to describe all the responsibilities of the Levim in the Mishkan. Then it says how the camp of Bnei Israel will be set up around the Mishkan. And then they count the Kohanim. And then at the very start of Chamishi, Eliyah, Hashem says, okay, count Shevet Levi. So what's going on here? So when the Parsha says, don't count Shevet Levi for the first time, Rashi comes and says, "Kedaihu liyon shel melech yot nimneh levado." So the king's legion is worthy to be counted by itself. So clearly, this is very special shevet to Hashem. They should be counted by themselves on their own. Devar acher, Safa Kadosh Baruch Hu, Sha'atida la'amod gzeira, al kol hanimnin. And he said that there was a decree that was destined to go into effect that all who were counted from 20 and up, they would die in Midbar. These were the ones who were going to die because of Egel Zahav. So Amar Al Yehu El Bichlal Lefi Shehem Shali Shelo Ta'u Be'egel. So this Shevet Levi, this is my group. They're the ones who didn't take part in the Chet of the Golden Eagle. It's a good enough answer for me. So those are two reasons Rashi says why they were separated. They were counted separately from Bnei Israel. Now the difference between the counting of Shevet Levi and the rest of the Bnei Israel is that the men in Levi were counted from 1 month old and up instead of 20 years and up. So the Ramban comes and asks a question on this topic. He says the tribe of Levi, including the 1 month old, was only 22,000. From ages 30 to 50, which was the age that they were allowed to serve in the Mishkan, they were only 8,580. And from ages 20 to 60, they didn't even reach half of the next smallest Shevet. And this was all before they carried the Aron Kodesh, where they were able to die in a snap. So why was God's chosen tribe so few in numbers? So Ramban comes and says, I think that this support for what our sages of blessed memory have said. The Shevet Levi was not included in the subjugation of Egyptian labor and the crushingly hard work. So they were not the one of the Shvatim who were working to their fingers to the bone. They weren't working their fingers to the bone in Egypt. Now Israel, whose lives the Egyptians embittered with hard work in order to diminish the number, but the Holy One, blessed be He, increased them in opposition to Egypt's decree, as it stated. But as much as they could afflict it, so would increase and so would spread out. So Bnei Israel in Mitzrayim, they were worked so hard. Not Shevet Levi, just Bnei Israel in general. They were worked so hard. So Hashem said, because you worked so hard, because the purpose was to fade you guys out, He's going to bless them with so many children. So Bnei Israel was very, very fruitful and amazing. But Shevet Levi, they didn't work so hard. That's why they weren't as fruitful. So the Ramban brings up second reason. It says, and perhaps this resulted from the anger of Yaakov upon them. So now this is talking about back when Shimon and Levi went and destroyed Shechem, like everyone in it, because they took their sister. And Yaakov gave them both a curse, both Shimon and Levi a curse. And the Ramban says, for Shimon, even though it was large in population, he was reduced upon his entry to the land to 22,000, which is crazy because that's the same amount as Levi. So they were multiplied, and once they got into Eretz Yisrael, they were reduced to 22,000, which is huge. But Shevet Levi, which is the tribe of God's devout ones, would not be reduced by plague. Because they were so holy, Hashem would not kill them the same way He killed others, but they still had less people. May we all be zochet to one day see Levim working again in the Beit Mikdash.
Amen.